Hey guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is Scotty Moore guitar style. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account or a premium member account. So, on special request, my members can request tutorials, and if I think it's good for the whole thing, I do it. So, what are we talking about today? This. And so on. The technique and the style of Scotty Moore in specific also, but this tutorial for me was also a brand new experience because I never played this style before. It took me a few days to really check it out. It's not so easy, and this is for all those guys who want to play this rockabilly guitar style and are brand new to the topic. So I'm going to explain to you how you can approach the whole theme and how it's done and what the idea is behind this style, and by the end of this tutorial you'll be able to proceed with this style. But it takes, of course, because Scotty Moore was a really good guitar player, it requires quite some practice work to get it so fluent on a really fast speed. So first thing, which of course is a topic, the sound. Well, you need an arc top guitar, you know, like an old arc top guitar with a single coil, which I don't have, but I have a normal guitar here, and I'm using a old 59 tube amp simulation plus one times 12, no 1 times 10 cabinet for this, plus a short mono analog delay to create this rockabilly sound, and no reverb. I switched off, but if reverb, you might choose a short spring reverb, which will be quite original. So that's the first thing you need to know. Second, the playing technique. Scotty Moore is playing with a, I don't know, you all call this, with a pick on his thumb and finger picking style. I cannot do it, but most of you probably also cannot do it. So there are two different ways to achieve this. Either you can do chicken pick, so you have the normal pick, and then you just use this as a thumb, and the rest, or the middle ring and pinky for the, I mean, to get the really original sound, you need this pick, you know. Yeah, but as I said, chicken pick is not so easy because probably the pink is not so used for the finger style thing. Or, and I'm going to show you with this technique, normal finger picking style, you just use the thumb and index, middle, and ring finger for the rest of the picking. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to know. So let's get started. So now let's check out the basics of this kind of playing. And there you need to understand where this music came from back down in the 50s, which was basically coming out of the Sun Studios and was more or less in the country direction, you know, country blues direction. But I mean, if you listen to all the tunes out of the Sun Studio, you have a lot of like the bass players just maybe. I'll be playing here in A. So we have A to D to E. And you just take the root and the fifth, and you make this typical bass with 1, 1, so 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and the bass changes is on 1 and on 3. So since it's quite fast, in the original, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. You go either a fifth up or a fourth down from the root note, and there you have the other bass note. As I said, it's a country style thing, so you don't really go for a bluesy thing, more country style, and what you really use is 6 chords. Well, Scotty Moore did a lot of this stuff, you know. You have the normal A here, the A7, but you add the 6, and when you have, see? And then you switch between the bass and the chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a very basic way to play this kind of style if it's too hard for you. But of course, it's not the way it should be. So, but let's go through in the basic ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you switch to D9. Here, 5th, 4th, 5th, 5th. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Or as I said, if you want to have an original, you know. See, now we get the original sound. Also with this slapback delay comes from the pick. And the E would be, you take a normal E7 here. And here you take this one and this one, and here you don't really change much. So that's the basic figure. Now, of course, it has to be more swingy, and therefore, let me put on the glasses. I wrote 2 versions which work, some basic versions which are swingy. So we have, let's take the A6 here. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to get this swingy thing, the finger picking comes in 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. See? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1. So the patterns are 2-bar patterns. So see how it works? I played it now with chicken pick, but faster will be, oopsie. And then make it short, you know. That's kind of a style thing. Make it. Then we go to D9. And then to E. What he does is to make on the E, goes with the pinky here in the 3rd. Oh, sorry. Just to have a little variation here also on the top chord. So this kind of thing works. It's a little probably a bit static, but that's the basic thing. Let's try it with the backing track. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it works. It works. But it's a little bit static, and Scotty Moore, of course, doesn't play this. Well, it's the basis of the whole thing, but he sometimes makes. We can take this figure here, and we anticipate on the second bar the bass note here on the E on the instead of the 3 we played on the 2 and so it will be 1 2 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 4 and so this is anticipated, and this way it swings a little bit more. See, now it swings even more. When I listen to the live recording of It's Alright Mama, he plays it even more anticipated stuff, and he's not pulling the whole thing through, but in the basic thing he always has this stuff. So, you know, let's do I'm gonna try the original one now, also with this it's from Is Alright Mama. And he also uses a lot of double stops and, you know, orchestral stuff. And as an example, he's playing this on, as I said, on It's Alright Mama. We have A, E, A, yeah. Just using this stuff here, and then he goes in this groove thing. Let's do this quickly. So that works. But as I said, on the original one, he makes a little bit different rhythm. I really tried to tab it out, but honestly, I didn't really find out how to. First time in my career, I didn't find out how to tab something out, but I'm going to show you basically how the original is played. So he has more swing and swang in it, and I guess this comes from the years of experience to playing this style. As I said, I'm a really new guy to even this type of finger picking, and this tutorial is for all new guys, you know. If you really want to get this typical swang and this rockabilly feel, you'll probably have to go for this, because this gives this slap back, you know. See, now it sounds really different just from this slap back of the pick. Yo, and what he also is doing quite a lot, and that's, I mean, quite finished. He's doing this kind of rhythms with variations. Also, what he's doing is like just making a little figure on the chords, but it's not changing so much here, and sometimes he makes this. He goes up here, and that's quite a test to get back to this A6 chord, which I never used in my life so much, so it's quite a test to go up and be back in position. So, as I said, you really need to be a fan of this kind of playing and practices over a longer period to get these things really properly and in this right twang and swing. And he's also doing stuff like this. There's a little figure which he repeats up with 3 or also with 2, something like. You know, just a repeating thing on the top part of the chord, and that's what is done a lot. And you know, that's basically his style. And then just let it flow and be creative. I don't think it's so methodical the way he plays. You know, it just comes out of his guts, and you need to understand this style out of the view of the historical music development at that time, and that was the way which was played, and so this was quite natural. And with these components which I showed, when you can start just moving around and getting them into each other, then you're pretty much in that time period of guitar playing. Yo guys, that was a Scotty Moore style, guitar style, for those guys who want to learn it and come from the regular playing and just enter this new world of rockabilly guitar from that specific time period. Well, rockabilly is that time period, so there's not much to say about that. And as I said, these are the special requirements which are needed, and you just need to practice it over and over again till you're quite familiar and fluent with the whole thing. I showed it on a low tempo, but mostly it's like on tempo 180 till 200 or 220, which is really, you know. So this has to come out of your guts. You have no chance to count all this stuff, and you need to have this bass which changes all the time from the root to the fifth, has to be automatic. So it's quite a task. As I said, for me, which is unusual, took me a few days till I got it because I'd never played this style before. Good, one more to say: if you want to have the tabs of the stuff which I showed, plus this cool backing track for practicing, it's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there with a free member account. There you can also make other requests for tutorials. There's a specific topic on that. Or if you want to download this stuff, you need a premium member upgrade. No, that's all me and Dr. Pink are having to say. So enjoy your Rockabilly Sun Studio experience on this one here.